Okay, this is gonna be so awkward. Have you ever played a game that was a perfectly normal game for its genre? A perfectly good game that did everything right, and it just felt so wrong because just before that you have experienced something quite unique as far as the genre of these kind of games goes, and therefore you're just feeling entirely unable to enjoy things that are not the same as the unique bit, because this is kind of where I am. I know that this is a very weird video to make, but when I was looking for what to do after Infinity Nikki 1.5, because I have played Genshin before, I thought I can try other gacha games. Wuthering Waves is a perfectly good gacha game, why don't I try it? People seem to be very happy with it. And it so did not tick all the right boxes that I just stopped trying 10 hours in, and that is kind of sad because I was nowhere near completing the story, and it's not like the story is bad, it's not like puzzles are not engaging, like this is me solving a puzzle, it's not like the polls are very stringent or require very high pity to achieve. It's not like the world is bad. It just has the kind of, I want to say, gacha tropes that Infinity Nikki doesn't. That then make you notice these gacha tropes in other gachas. And then you just struggle with being happy about them and feeling happy playing them. So what do I mean by these gacha tropes? Well, first of all, the kind of characters that you have in Wuthering Waves are kind of easily predictable. It sort of comes from Genshin that also has similar characters. You will normally have very attractive women, very tall, attractive men. Then you will have small little girls, and sometimes small little boys with animalistic features, I want to say, or like more feminine boys. And that will be your layout of people. So I received a small little girl character, and she sounded like a small little girl character. She fit all the tropes of a small little girl character. She was very cutesy, she was very squeaky, she was kinda careless in the way that she approaches others and the environment, and then if you switch to regular women characters, they fit the tropes of every other regular woman character, which normally means that they're gifted on womanly features, that they tend to be kinda underdressed, or at the very least with very skimpy and easy to inspect outfits, to a point where you kind of wanna run around on the little girl character because you're like, at the very least, this is just a little girl, right? But even then, it starts feeling weird after a while, and then men characters will always be almost overdressed, so you literally have no idea what the climate is. It is either very cold in there and women are wearing very little clothes because of cloth shortage or something, I don't know. Or it's very hot and the men are too afraid to show their skin, so they will rather risk having a heat stroke, while it is the women that have decided to dress weather appropriately. It's the kind of things that are kind of hard to make sense in the game universe, and it's just, it speaks of a certain game, and it's not the game's problem, because I know a lot of people that enjoy this sort of game. I can't say that this is male gaze, because some women enjoy this sort of game. They enjoy the tropes, they enjoy the more sexually liberated dressed female characters, they enjoy tall men. In fact, a lot of games made by women will be very pervy games, but when you end up playing a game that places so little emphasis on the main protagonist's body, and so much emphasis on the dress-up aspect, when you play a game that is devoid of these kind of character almost caricatures that you expect to see in other gachas, when you come back to a gacha that does them, they look and feel jarring. Because you almost feel like you almost came from an entirely alien world where that wasn't the case. Like, look, this is fully grown women characters. This is not the tiny girl characters. Look to the one on the left. Like, the outfit is skimpy and it's fairly short. And that is just how you design the women characters. Does that detract them from being good women characters? Not really, but it is a specific style of design that when you spend enough time away from it, by having been offered a product that's not it, and you come back to it, you feel like you really notice it. It kind of grates on you. And like, look at the other woman as well. Where does her dress end? At around her crotch, because of course we want to show her nice legs. And once again, nothing super bad with it, but I feel like Nikki literally ruined other gachas for me because of things like these. Another thing is that if you went into character select menu, I think it is something with their physics engine, but any character who has been gifted at the front chest area, their chest area will move up and down slowly as if they're made from water balloons in space, which just once again really focuses me on that aspect. The aspect that felt entirely fine and expected as far as gacha games went, until I went into Infinity Nikki, and then Infinity Nikki felt like a breath of fresh air in the way that it characterized some characters, and then you come back to this and you're like, all I can see is the regular gacha tropes. I feel like I went off to heaven for a bit and now I'm back on Earth. And no matter how good the Earth is, no matter how fair the Earth is, it still smells and feels like Earth. So when heaven craps itself, it has just kind of ruined everything that's down to Earth as well, because you can't just come back. You remember what you had. You remember a game that was designed differently, that stood out, that wasn't like every other gacha game. And that's... I think that is why this whole character design shebang thing, why the boobs boobing boobly and the character select menu, why it so stands out for me, why your regular average character kid character that acts like every other kid character inside every other gacha, why it just really stands out to me as a trope, and why it is so easy to lose interest. Furthermore, these kind of games, they're character collectathons. You are meant to collect people. As such, the amount of change or customization per person takes a back seat. So you're meant to find the people that appeal to you, but you can't really there's normally like 1 or 2 alternative outfits per character that gacha games like these will offer, and then when you come from a fashion gacha, they had thousands of pieces for you to customize and play around with. You come to this and you're like, it's not enough. Maybe I would feel differently if I can just like take you out of that skimpy dress and put you into something else, but then you realize that maybe you only have 1 extra option to buy from the store, and it will be pretty much catered to the exact same tastes that the rest of the game caters to. So the whole visual aspect of it, no matter how good the game is, how good the story is, it just kind of falls flat. You can't bring back the excitement of exploring a new story and a new world and a new experience. You can't just find yourself thinking about how great it is that you have this giant map that you can enjoy and that you can see this whole new storytelling, because all you can see is it's just another gacha. It's just another gacha, the same way that Honkai Star Rail is a gacha, the same way that Genshin Impact is a gacha. It's almost like there is one preset as to how to do gacha, and then all the other gachas kind of fall in line. And then when you go to a gacha that wasn't that, you end up feeling spoiled, because it's suddenly like coming back from a different side, from another side. It's coming back and feeling alien in this space that you didn't really feel alien in before, just because you were demonstrated something else, something new, something unique, something that felt different, and then you absolutely cannot recapture that feeling ever again, no matter how much you try. I tried for 10 hours with Wuthering Waves. Nothing was wrong with it. But you know the only thing that I felt? I felt tired. I wasn't excited because it felt like I knew exactly what to expect. I knew what I could pull on. It felt like I saw these characters multiple times before, and it didn't matter how generous this gacha was being to me, or how many timed events it was gonna throw at me, or what else it gave me to do in the open world. It just felt like another gacha of the exact same type, with the exact same predictability, with the exact same characters, with the exact same of approaching said characters, with the exact same skimpy outfits for women. I think Boob Jiggle is unique to this one, unless I'm missing some very pervy gachas, but it felt so off. That's what I want to say. It felt off. And I don't want to blame anything in particular on it. I don't want to say, oh, it's their designers, or oh, it is catered to this like specific gender or this specific demographic, because I don't think that it is. I think that it took the preset as to what a post-Genshin Impact gacha is expected to be, it polished it, and it preserved a perfectly good gacha. And that's the problem for me. It took an existing preset, the one that we know and we expect, and it gave it back to us. It didn't feel unique, it didn't feel magical, it didn't feel mesmerizing. And it's not the fact that they didn't change enough, it's not the fact that they cloned the game, it's the fact that I did experience something fairly unique. and then I stepped away from it and came back to something that just takes the formula that is already there. I want to say in the end, I don't want to like make it about like a specific complaint or specific demographic or saying that Wuthering Waves should be this and that. I am just saying that because I experienced the fashion gacha that put such a careful attention on appearance and on dress-up aspect, and that portrayed characters in such a unique way of characterization that didn't have those extra bouncing boobly boobs on character select screen, that didn't put all women into very skimpy outfits, that didn't put all men into very dressed up outfits. Because I have experienced this, it suddenly felt like Wuthering Waves was not for me. So in the end, what was supposed to be a happy experience, just I did not get the hit of the dopamine that I was expecting from it. And it's funny because I recorded like 3 hours of this game, prepared to do like a proper review for it, and then I let it sit, and I let it sit for months because I was stumped about what I can even say. Infinity Nikki has rewired my brain to a point where I feel like I wasn't gonna be fair to this game if I was gonna give it a review. And that's not nice. That's not the kind of person that I wanna be. So what ended up happening is that I had to make a video that was very much a duh thing of I tried Wuthering Waves. It wasn't like Infinity Nikki.
Guess you won't need my self
Duh!
introduction. Oh, I spent so much.
And like, this is a pretty normal bad guy, but once again, look at him. He's covered up to the neck. And look at the women. They're in mini dresses. Is his outfit extra breathable? Are women running at higher temperatures in this game? And people will be like, why are you such focused on such tiny details that make no sense and that are completely and utterly pointless and that don't matter at all, especially if you're enjoying the story, if you're enjoying the sci-fi, if you're enjoying the atmosphere. And it is because I somehow managed to condition myself to looking for that, and then suddenly it completely takes me out. Because I feel like I'm playing Genshin 2.0. And it's not the fact that I'm playing Genshin 2.0, it's the fact that Infinity Nikki is so alien to the regular open world gacha genre in comparison.
Well, let's just enjoy our time.
And I wish that there was kinda hybrid. I wish where features of one game met the features of another game, and like produced a happy baby with maybe, I don't know, limited character customization. Maybe boobs that don't boob so boobily inside character select screen. People that seem to be dressed for the same weather. People that don't just remind me of every trope inside every gacha game that I have played before. I don't know how I managed to speedrun needing to take a break from a genre by just playing a singular entry that was very different. I am so confused as to how I got here, but what I'm trying to say is that Infinity Nikki kind of ruined other gachas for me. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but now I kind of wish that there were more games that were catered to me and my specific tastes. But I don't expect them to exist. I expect that one product, that one flawed product, to continue going for the time being. And it leaves me in this awkward spot where I can no longer enjoy the genre because I saw and experienced something different. And maybe if I just gonna leave it alone for long enough, Like, whatever Infinity Nikki does, it does, but maybe if I, like, left it alone for, like, 5 years and some sort of new game, new gacha game came out, maybe my brain would reprogram itself and not see the tropes again. Maybe my brain would reprogram itself and be okay with character designs again. Maybe my brain would reprogram itself and not need slight character customization, not desire it as strongly, and boy, I hope that that happens, because me changing my attitude in order to try and get enjoyment from a genre that I once was able to enjoy is a lot more likely to happen than the genre changing and catering to players like me. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing or just a thing. I am just sharing my own thoughts here because I am so boggled by it. I can't review Wuthering Waves, and neither can I continue playing it because I am not getting the joy out of it that I thought I would. I'm not getting the magical experience out of it that I thought that I would, and I can't look at it properly and objectively, because really what sums up to very cosmetic choices and features that make me think certain things about this game.
How typical.
And I know that I'm wrong to have thoughts like that, because once again, there's nothing wrong if you want to put sexy characters into your game, or dressed up men, or if you want to include tropes. There is nothing wrong with tropes. There's nothing wrong with having a cute child character. There's nothing wrong with having boobs that boob boobily. There's nothing wrong with having the same mysterious tall man archetype. There's nothing wrong with having your little animal boy archetype. It's just so tired for me. It takes me out so much, and it's just the kind of things that are widespread in gacha. And mind you, I'm not telling you that there are animal boys inside Wuthering Waves. I wouldn't know. It's just I saw the tall men, I saw the boobed women that boob boobily, and then I saw the little child, and the fourth archetype that happens in quite a lot of gacha games just came to me absolutely naturally, because I have already put this game in a shelf and compared it to all the other games that I have played before, and have determined that it is going on the exact same course as those other games. And that is not bad, that is how genres are made, but by this point I'm gonna be speaking in circles.
I'm eager to hear your version.
So I suppose I'm gonna stop here. Thank you for watching. And I am so sorry for Wuthering Waves fans. It's why I didn't do a review for this game. It doesn't deserve me being mean to it. It's just not what I need, and not what I was searching for, and hence why I have uninstalled it once I didn't get the kind of satisfaction from it that I wanted to get. I'm just really flabbergasted that this has even happened to me, that I have arrived at this place, that this is where my priorities now fall, because I've experienced something different, and because I've experienced something, I want to say, better for me. Because it's not objectively better. It was just more fitting of a happy place that I didn't know I needed. I'm gonna leave this video here. I don't even know how to categorize this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to say, well, duh, at me in the comment section down below, you're free to do so, but how are Infinity Nikki players, how are other gachas for you?
Once upon a time,
Did you manage to settle down and like properly enjoy them after Infinity Nikki? Because I don't know what happened to my brain. or how I got
In
here.
the day, they toiled for
But yeah.
food.
And
And when
also,
evening fell,
thank you so,
they
so
sought
much for my
refuge from
Patreon
the looming
supporters
threat
that allow
of
me to
wolves.
explore the big wide world of video games. Yeah, I'm gonna come back with less confused videos. Thank you for listening to me, and toodaloo for now.